Hi, I'm Corjo Humphries or WeCJ, and in today's video we will be talking about who will be completed. When it comes to this video, there are going to be 10 Planeswalkers. They are going to be on screen now that will have a potential to be completed in the next set. So it's probably one of those things that every single YouTuber or Magic the Content Creator will probably be giving their own thoughts and opinions. So I just thought, why won't I jump on this train as well? So there is 10 Planeswalkers that are going to be in the next main set when it comes to the story. Each one has already shown its art for kind of the last one it was made in, or the one it's most known for, and then a what if it was completed card, which again I absolutely love. Some of them are absolutely amazing, some of them are just like kind of okay, but overall I think they're really good and the idea is very good. But that's not what this video is about. So in today's video, I will be going over each individual one, giving my thoughts and opinions on if they will be completed or not and why. Just going to start off straight away with Jace. So on screen now should be Jace with his old art, as I'll call it, and then the what if he was completed. However, when it comes to Jace, out of the 10, I do not think he is going to be completed. I personally think that Jace is, even though Teferi is being kind of now the new face of blue magic, I do find that he is still too usable, too reliable, and that's mainly for one thing and one thing only. Out of all the Planeswalkers, he's the only one that knows that Bolas and Eugene, or the Ur-Dragon, is not dead. That they are in a different realm, and that they now know that Bolas's plans after getting rid of all the Planeswalkers was to get rid of all the Phyrexians. So I can see it happening, that especially the set that we're already getting like little spoilers of, that it's going to be many sets from different people from different planes all being sent into the one to fight this big war. I think that Jace is too valuable, especially with the information he has. Next is Kaito. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Kaito is a new Dimir Planeswalker. However, I think he is the one that is going to be completed for one of two reasons. One, we already have Tezzeret, who is already taking the blue-black role, and that is now becoming a huge part of the story, and he's still mixed between good and bad. My second opinion, and it's going to be a bit of a spoiler for another Planeswalker, is the Wanderer, because there's still not much known about her. Like, I don't think we know her name and stuff, and I do think that she is going to be kind of needed, especially since she's already smited down Jin-Gitaxias once. So I think it's going to be one of those things where they're both going to be trapped, and the Wanderer is going to do what the Wanderer does best and planeswalk out of there, trying to help Kaido, just getting to the kind of tip top of about to help him, and then just disappearing, with Kaido left to fight on his own and losing over Horde. So I think Jace, not going to be completed, and Kaido is. Next is Kaya. Kaya is one of those Planeswalkers that there wasn't much known about her originally. She has been seen and grown more and more the last year or two. So personally, I think she's going to be in the set of not completed, mainly because they seem to be kind of getting rid of the original 5 Planeswalkers and then replacing them kind of with a newer team. I know with Jace, it would be really good to get rid of Jace and put Tezzeret in, or Teferi in, sorry. But I've seen a more important thing in him. However, when it comes to Lily now kind of stepping back, she's only guarding, she's not kind of the main front face, and the amount of reprints she's gotten this year, it does seem to be that Kaya is going to be kind of the new, like, black commander or planeswalker that is going to replace Lily. So I think she is on the safe side. Next is Luca. Again, Luca's not really liked. He's had 2 cards in the space of a year or two. Not much is known about like his backstory, and even it just seems to be not many people care. So I think he'll be really good to be completed, especially since if he's the person I'm thinking of, he was the one that kind of was just in the story of Strixhaven and didn't really do much. And then back in Ikoria, he touched a rock to become a planeswalker. And I think it will just be more, they will get the information out of him to use that rock's power. And the only way they can get that information is by completing him. Plus, he already seems to be a bad guy anyway. It's kind of not really much known about him. I don't like him enough. So I think he is on the completed side. So currently it is 2 and 2. Next is Koth. Koth is one of those things where he hasn't had a card in such a long time. So if you're new to Magic Gathering, you've either heard of him or you don't know him at all. However, when they released the video and talked about it, they already said he is not going to be completed. However, I don't think he's going to be completed in this set, or he is, but it kind of is like a Johnny that he didn't know. And then in the next set, there is a chance that he is completed, or they get rid of Sandra and he becomes the new red face. So next is Nahiri, and I think it's one of those things that Nahiri needs to go. I've never liked Nahiri. I don't know much about her. I tried to see the story and what she does, and only thing I get is she doesn't like Sorin. So I think it'll be a really good way to get her completed in this set and live. And then in the next set, it is a good motivation for Sorin to get revenge for being put into a rock, because he finally gets to kill her and now won't have to have the other planeswalkers give out to him for killing her because she's completed. So I think it'll be kind of good for her to So that's my thoughts and opinions on her. Not a big fan of her. Hope she is completed. So the next two, are kind of 50-50. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know what I think about both of them being completed. And I'm just going to start off with the first one being Nahiri. So Nahiri has had 3 different color pip types. She's had green, green, blue, and green, black. Her newest one being green, black. And I think it's one of those things where with Garrick's black pip gone and now kind of moved to her, she's kind of old school. Not many people know what to do with her. She's not really doing much of a story other than being kind of edgy about her world being destroyed. So I actually think she is going to be completed. However, with the next Planeswalker, I'm kind of personally okay with her not being completed and the other one being completed. So it's one of those things where with the 2 Planeswalkers, it's rather one of them is and one of them isn't. I just don't know which one it's going to be. And the other Planeswalker being Tyvar, because he came once, is also green-black, does really good with elf cards. So I say it would be really good personally if Nissa was completed and he was not. However, it's one of those things where I'm not sure if it's going to be that way or it's going to be the opposite, that he is and she's not. So again, comment down below which one you prefer out of those 2 to be completed and which one you wouldn't. The next one is Vraska. I think it's one of those things where, because I think Jace is not going to be completed because he's too valuable, I think he's actually going to try and get his kind of shit together with Vraska being completed. Because Vraska being completed, I think, I could be wrong here, that she had a love interest with Jace. So her completed, him killing her, that's where he goes, this is enough, and goes get Bolas. That is my personal thought of this, Vraska being completed, especially since she doesn't really do much anymore. She was mentioned in the last story, but it was more just the, hey, I'm here, doesn't really do much. So again, especially with there being 3 green-black planeswalkers in this set, I think at least 2 of them are going to be gone, and it's rather going to be Nissa or Tyvar, I think his name is, I know I just said it, is going to be the one that survives out the 3. And then finally, the Wanderer is going to survive, mainly just because it's one of those things that she's just going to yeet herself out of there uncontrollably whenever it gets too dangerous, or she's going to save someone that might have been completed. So overall, I think 5 of them will, 5 of them won't. We only have one defined answer, and that's Koth. And I think that he's just not going to be completed this set, but will be in the other. Because he's been in there for so long, he knows what to do, and he's going to probably save someone to then get completed. So, as always, these are my thoughts and opinions on, out of the 10, which 5 are going to be completed and which 5 are not. Let me know if I've missed anything or got any information wrong in the comments down below, but be nice about it. But as always, remember to like, subscribe, follow me on all my social media and all of that other good stuff, and I will see you in the next video.